What's up, everybody? I wanted to be transparent today and just talk about a little bit of my personal story and how there was a time in my life where I thought relying on myself was the only way to survive. And, being this way, I felt comfortable, and I handled everything myself. Job, take the kids to school, take the kids to the doctor. I worked at night. I always took a night role so I can be there anytime during the day. So my life revolved around my children, my emotions, my problems, my responsibility. I tried to handle them all on my own. But inside, I was tired. But on the outside, I looked, oh, you got it, girl. You go, girl. Like I had it all together. In some ways, I did have it together, but I was really tired. I was really tired. And because everything that I carried, you know, just it just wore me down. And at one point, my health had worn down really bad. And even now, I'm really trying to get used to my new body. I am in my early 40s and I've been experiencing perimenopause. So that's even new with your body changing and accepting that. And you're like, okay, trying to age with grace and raise the kids and, you know, you're trying to do everything right. Then your job calls you up and say, hey, we're letting you go. And it just weighs you down. You're like, my goodness, can I catch a break somewhere, and I realized that I wasn't as strong as I thought I was. I was just living in survival mode, and I think a lot of us were just living in survival mode. We just want to make it one week to the next or one day to the next. Or thank God it's Wednesday, and then you're like, oh my God, it's Friday. Then some women may, I don't drink whatever, but some women may just drink their pain away, or they can't wait to get home to that glass of wine or take the edge off. But life is hard. Life is hard. I'm not gonna sit here and act like life ain't hard and that life don't be lifing. Okay? Because it don't happen to me. But just being in that way, that survival mode, it became so hard to relax emotionally, but I had to learn because I wanted to be ready, to date or to be out here to court if, a gentleman came by, and I wanted to be available because some people are just so burnt out that you're not emotionally available for anything. You're not emotionally available for yourself. And you have all this coping mechanisms in place, and you don't know how to just be happy and satisfied. So many people are not happy and satisfied with themselves and emotionally available with themselves. So how can you really be responsible and handle the emotions of another person? You might break it all apart. It might go down the drain, but we don't want that anymore. And when you live that way long enough, you're like, you come to the realization something has to change, because I want to invite new things in my life. This isn't it. And the way that helped me was learning femininity. Because with the characteristics of femininity, it helps you to put boundaries up for yourself. It sets standards. It helps you get in tune with, like, hey, no, you're not honoring yourself. You're burning out. You're trying to handle everything. You're trying to take the lead. You're trying to juggle everything. And now you look raggedy and stressed and inflated. You're in bad health. You're guarded. You're independent. You know what I'm saying? You're doing too much. And the learning femininity helped me shift out of that mindset. Yes, you can help me, darling. Excuse me, sir. Can you please help me? It became so easy. Do you know how I started? When I was in the supermarket and a nice tall guy was saying, I'm really short, I'm 5'3", so I couldn't reach on the top shelf. I used to just like try to jump and knock things over so I can get it. But there's a nice young gentleman. Excuse me, sir, can you please help me get this? Or can I borrow you for 1 second? Not a problem, ma'am. It's as simple as that. With your children, now you're not yelling out of frustration and anger. You actually tone down so you can talk to them so that they can hear you and not react. So you can have better communication with the people that you love. That's where it starts the most. Our families have been neglected so long. We don't know how to communicate with one another. We be ignoring one another, and we don't really give them that nurture and attention and the communication they need to feel strong, validated. So I want my family to validate me, and I want to validate my children because I want to be behind them to let them know that I support them. So many people feel unloved. That's why they be like, well, I'll just do it myself because nobody else helps me. Nobody else has been there for me, And that femininity helped me with that. Really. It helped me take a breath or two before I said a word. Cause this little chihuahua right here, I told you I was 5'3". I was trying to be heard and be right all the time. That can do some damage. Trying to be right all the time. You ain't right all the time. And even if you're right all the time, you make the other person feel like an ant because you just had to, belittle them in that way, and and it changed how I experience relationships. Okay, when I wasn't really in my femininity and aware who I was attracting guys that didn't care about me. I had no clue about traits that I should be looking for in somebody that can lead me in my family. I was just like, oh, he looked good. That only goes no far, okay? But I mean, it's only good as for looks and things like that. But 99% of everything else is growing, bills, caring for one another, feeding, time, quality time, effort, communication. Like there's so many things that are 99% of relationships other than looks. Okay? It's not about looks, it's about the character and who that man is, and does he have the capability to lead you and to support you and the family. And when I finally was done with my lesson of choosing a guy based off looks, I was like, I changed. I said, you know what? The common denominator is me. I can't blame nobody else. I allowed them access to me. Not that they were bad, but I bypassed all my boundaries and standards, and I had to reap the consequences of my choices. So I was sick of reaping from bad choices. I wanted to reap from good choices. Hence, the solution, femininity. Hence, the solution, femininity, femininity. I will say it again, femininity, not manipulation. Because a lot of people will be out here talking about manipulation. You don't need manipulation. And manipulation is a form of witchcraft. And we don't even want to go down that rabbit hole. Because you don't need any type of craft to change your mindset. All you have to do is follow the blueprint. All you have to do is follow how God views you, standards that you set for yourself, and boundaries, and you stick to those. And it will be the determining factor of the people that can meet it and the people that can't. And that's it. No manipulation. All right. Only thing that you have to change is your mindset to be that feminine woman that you want to be respected for. Okay. And I know you can do it. Okay. Just stay with the channel. Okay. Because we're going to be going through it. We're going to talk through it. We're going to rethink some things. And we got to get some new ideas and concepts in our head about ourselves. We have to unlearn old ways, habits, and decisions and choices, and adopt new ways, habits, decisions, and choices so that we can get better outcomes. Okay? So I encourage you to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time. Bye.